Hello, I'm Jeff Cook, owner of Cook Films, and today we're going to talk about how you can become a better videographer. Many people are waiting for that new camera to come out so that they can start shooting, and cameras are coming out every month, correct? And you just grab what you have. Go out and shoot, practice. I can't stress this enough. You've got to go out and practice, because before you even get a gig, a paid gig, you're going to want to go out there and know what the heck you're doing, because it's stressful on set and when you're in situations where you don't know your camera, you're going to have a hard time looking like a professional. So my suggestion is to go out and shoot whatever, shoot your wife making dinner, shoot your kids playing basketball, or whatever the situation could be. You can go ahead and shoot it, because what you're going to be learning is composition, making sure that you use the 2/3 rule, the 180 rule, and also you're going to be playing around with lighting. You want to be able to know where your light is coming from, so you can shoot against the light or with the light. All depends on what you're shooting and how you want to portray that particular story. Another thing that you can be practicing on is sound. Maybe you have a new microphone that you want to test out, and you want to know how it's going to react in certain situations. And you can also practice your muscle memory on the camera. There's so many little buttons and so many menus within the camera that you want to know it like the back of your hand, because like I said, when you're in the situations where you're getting paid to do a job, you don't want to be fiddling around trying to figure out where you need to go within the camera to get a particular setting. And I can't stress it enough, you need to learn your muscle memory on those buttons, because there's so many of them, and if you have them set to do certain things, you're going to want to know how to get to certain places quick. An example would be white balance. You want to re-white balance. You're going indoors and then you're going outdoors. You want to know where that white balance button is, so you can really quickly find the white balance that you need. A second thing that you might want to know how to do is finding the waveform monitor. I have a Panasonic S1. A lot of the cameras now have waveform monitors, or if you don't have a waveform monitor, you might have one on your monitor that you put on top of your camera, but many do have some type of exposure setting. So you want to know how to get to that so that you can expose correctly. So there's a lot of little things that you can do in order to enhance the muscle memory for those situations. Another tip that you can do is you can follow other professionals, see what they're doing, look at their work, and ask questions. Feel free to reach out to them and ask questions. I know I did when I was younger, and when I was new in the business, I would always ask questions, because that's how you get better, right? How are you supposed to get better without asking questions and looking at other people's work and admiring what they have? Not necessarily copying their work, because everyone should be doing their own style, but you can always pick and choose things that you like about certain people and put those in your tool belt so that you can make them your own and kind of make your own style with them. You're gonna make mistakes, there's no doubt about it. So make the mistakes when you're out on your own doing your own thing, because it can really bite you in the butt if you make a mistake on a paid job. I'll share one instance where I really learned the importance of audio now that this mistake was made. When I was in the news business, I was working overnights, and you're supposed to grab the camera from the person that had it during the day. So I grabbed it at the beginning of my shift, and I put my tape in, rewinded the tape, and we're supposed to check the audio levels every single time, because everyone has their own way of capturing audio within the camera. And for some reason, this person switched the levels and the controls, and I didn't check that day. Later on, probably a few hours after I started working, there was a situation where a person kidnapped an elderly woman and was having her go to the ATMs and withdrawing money. And so we were listening to the scanner, and they were looking for this individual. And so one of the places that they went to go get the money was at this bank by River Park. And so we went over there, or I went over there, and there was police there, and they were checking the site out and getting fingerprints. And so I was getting footage. Come to find out, the guy who kidnapped the elderly woman showed up not knowing that the police were there. I don't know how he did not know the police were there. He tried to have her he tried to get her card to work in the ATM machine again, and the police were there. They saw him, walked out towards him while he was going back to his car, and they told him to get down on the ground, get down on the ground. This is all happening in front of me. So I with my camera to the left of me, and I'm shooting everything. I've got everything. I'm recording. But guess what? I didn't have the audio, and I felt this big when I had to turn over the tape to the person who was doing the live shot at noon, because I had to tell them I got the shot, but I didn't get the audio. And I can't blame it on the other person for switching the audio. I was supposed to be checking it when I grabbed the camera. So that's one of those things that you just have to learn. You're going to have mistakes, and I'll always remember that mistake. And it's made me remember audio, and that's been probably about 18 years now, and I'm constantly thinking about audio now because of that mistake. So don't get down on yourself, just learn from your mistakes. And I hope you find this interesting and helpful. If you find it beneficial, feel free to share it with someone else, and I will talk to you later.